So I've been seeing a lot of people in my comments saying they want to start their digital product business, but they are so afraid to get started, or they're afraid that they're not going to succeed if they do begin this process. So today I wanted to just give you my story, and I wanted to let you know that just like me, I was afraid when I got started within business. I want you to understand that it's a part of the process, but that don't mean this is where you're supposed to be. You don't supposed to stay just because this is the uncertainty for you at this moment. So a little backstory about myself. A lot of you guys don't know I am a full-time entrepreneur. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 2017, and at the time I walked out on faith and I quit a job that was paying me good money. I remember God telling me in my spirit that he had other things for me and that I just had to be obedient and I had to have faith in order for me to leave that job. So I wrestled with leaving that job because my family thought I was crazy. At the time, the person I was in a relationship with, they thought I was crazy. Like everybody who I tried to tell this to thought I was crazy because at that moment I didn't have any money in my savings account. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't even know what it was that I was going to quit my job to do. All I knew was God told me to quit my job and that I had to be obedient. So with being obedient, that's what I did. I wrestled all that day when it was time for me to go back to work, and I told God, and I fasted that day, and I told God that he was going to be able to take control of my life. On that day, I gave him full permission to do whatever it was in my life that he wanted to do, and I quit my job on faith. And little did I know at the time, he was going to take something that I was already doing and he was going to explode beyond my expectations. Because ever since I was a little girl, probably around like 9 or 10 years old, I used to always do hair and I used to always do it for my family. But I never had the thought or idea that one day I would be a business owner, that one day I would be able to work for myself, because no one in my family was doing this. I was the first person to quit a job, to step out on faith, to believe in myself, and that was because I was obedient. Was I afraid? Yes. I was scared to death. It was me and my daughter. Like, I didn't have anybody to depend on. So I was afraid because I didn't even know what my next step was going to be. But all I knew was God had planted in my mind that I needed to trust him and I needed to quit this job. So that's exactly what I did. I quit that job and God opened the door for me to be able to work for myself. And I started in 2017 working as a hairstylist, and today I'm still able to make an income off of that, even though I don't do it every day because I don't have to. But I'm able to still work in a part of me that is passionate about this. So I wanted to tell you guys, no matter where you are on your journey, if you just believe in yourself, if you just listen to the voice of God when he tell you to move, everything will work out for you. I'm sitting in my salon right now. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. This is my place of business. I've been in this actual place for 2 years. I'm not going to give you guys a whole tour, but I just wanted you to see what was possible. Now, when I started my journey in 2017, I had no idea that God was going to open so many doors for me. This is one business out of multiple businesses that I've created and multiple businesses that I own. I started doing this, and when I started doing this, I didn't know that one day I would be able to have a salon that I own. Now I've been able to have a credit repair business. And within that business, the first year, it hit 6 figures. Little did I know I was going to be able to hit 6 figures within a company that I was scared to start. Because at that time, this was in 2020. Yes, it was 2020. I had moved on faith to a whole nother state that I didn't even know anything about, didn't have any relatives there, anything. Never been. I only applied because God had dropped it in my spirit for me to go to that state. Never went to that state, didn't know anything about that state, didn't even see my apartment. But guess what? I was obedient and I applied. for that apartment, and within 2 hours I was approved. I didn't show any documentations. They didn't ask for anything. Now mind you, this is what faith looks like. This is when you're obedient, what obedience looked like. So I quit doing hair at that time, and next thing you know, 2 months later, y'all, COVID hit. Now think about this. If I was never obedient and I didn't listen to what God told me to do and move to another state and start a credit repair business, I would have never survived during COVID time. But instead, I chose to be obedient again, not knowing what was finna happen. All I knew was it was time for me to leave where I was familiar with, go to a different state, and start a business that I didn't even know how I was gonna even start. I knew I had the knowledge. I knew that I had repaired my own credit, but I didn't even know the plans that was gonna come. But I was obedient, and soon as I started my company, you guys, it was in 2020, February 2020, when I started my credit repair company. COVID had hit. The world had shut down, but I was still able to make income. But if I would have stayed stagnant, I would have missed that opportunity. But because of my obedience to God, He was able to move me, and He was able to still make a way for me. Do you hear what I'm saying? I want you to understand, it's not about where you start. It's about where you're headed. God told us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." You have to understand that this is a process. He's not going to give it all to you, but you have to be obedient, and you have to move when He tells you to move. If you continue to wait, the opportunity is going to miss you. You're going to wait, and years is going to pass you, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to see how other people right behind you in the same area that you once were, how they've passed you by, how they've started another company that you could have started. The same idea that God gave you, somebody else came right behind you and started it. Now, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but what I'm telling you is, if you have faith, if you trust the process, if you just get started and stop making excuses for yourself, all things shall be added unto you. God said that our gifts shall make room for us. I've started a credit repair company. I've invested in real estate. I have a salon. Now my passion is to teach others. When I first started selling digital products, it was back in 2020. I was teaching people how to start their own hair business. I was taking coaching calls. I was teaching people and repairing people credit, teaching them how to repair their credit, teaching other people how to become a credit repair expert, board certified. I've done it all, you guys. I'm not new to this, okay? This channel is new, but guess what? I have another channel, you guys. I'm going to show you right here. I have another channel that I had started. I think I started that channel in 2020 as well, 2020 or 2021. I started that channel, and I started it with the hopes of helping my credit repair clients to understand credit and to help them to understand and get the knowledge that they needed. But God took that channel and He blew that channel beyond my own expectations. I thought I was set to just help certain people, but God, He transitioned my mind to see that because I was obedient and because I was willing to be a willing vessel to help others, He took that channel and He made that channel become monetized. I wasn't even looking forward to being monetized. I just wanted to spread the knowledge and help my clients. But he went beyond my own expectations. He opened doors for me to see how YouTube was passive income, to realize this is where I needed to be. I'm not just bound to help people around me in this season. I'm bound to help the world nationwide. So here I am on this channel, able to teach you guys and to give you what you need to help you to know that you can start your digital product business. Now, I'm here to give you the knowledge you need, but it starts within your mind. It starts with you believing. It starts with you accepting the fact that you can, but you can only go as far as your mind allow you to go. If you don't think that you can make money within digital products, selling digital products, if you don't think that this business is for you, if you don't think that God has something greater than you going to clock in at a 9-to-5 job, it won't work. It won't work until you tell yourself that you can, that you will, and that you must. Every day when I get up knowing that I can, knowing that I will, and knowing that I must. Why? Because I am a child of God. Why? Because God told me that he was my Jehovah Jireh. So I don't have to worry about where my finances is going to come from. When you change and you do the inner work, everything around you, you guys, will be in abundance. Your cup will be overflowed. You have to be connected to the source. And the source is God. And you have to make sure that you're plugged into the right people. Because sometimes the wrong people will distract you. And they will take you off your purpose. And they will put their doubt and their insecurities onto you. So if you find yourself in a toxic relationship, if you find yourself with toxic friends, if you find yourself doing things that are not going to benefit you, you have to detach from it. And you have to get people in your corner who's going to push you. And sometimes you have to go through a season of isolation. I've been there. I don't have friends, and it's by choice. Nothing is wrong with them, but what I'm saying is you have to make sure that when you are destined for greatness, that your mind, you protect it from all evil. Because the same way that God has a plan for you, Satan has a plan to disturb and disrupt that plan that God has for you. And fear, that is to destroy you. The Bible tells us Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So if he can destroy your mindset, if he can make you doubt, if you give him just a little access to it, he's going to take full control, and there is your future. He knows that your future is destined for greatness. But if he can just get you to think that you are not deserving, to think that you should not get the things that God has for you here on earth, then he would do that. So you have to protect your mind at all costs. And one thing I want to add, when it comes to digital products, you guys, I teach you guys about different kinds of digital products, but it is so endless. You can literally start a digital product business on anything that you know, anything that you are passionate about. You can start that business on it. You don't have to just sell courses that people are telling you made them $600,000, $10,000 a month. You don't have to sell that exact course. Those courses that people are selling for $500, nothing is wrong with them. They're full of valuable information, but that just may not be your assignment. So you have to figure out, what is it that you do like? What is it that you do see yourself changing the world with? What is it that has a burning fire within yourself? If you are passionate about teaching people and motivating people, start a course around that. People need motivation every day. If you're passionate about working out and being fit and being your best because of health issues that you've had and is passionate for you now, start a course or an ebook around that. Start a community around that. It is endless to the things that you can do, you guys. You don't have to buy the products that I'm telling you to buy. The things that I sell, I have these things for you guys because it's a way for you to start now, so that you don't have to just wait months and put it months and months off because you can't get it started now. I have things for you to sell because I want you to get the knowledge you need, but that's not all that you need. You can take the courses that I have, you can take the ebooks that I have, and you can learn. Yes, you can, and you can resell them for your own benefits. So you don't have to just do the things that you see us online telling you to do. It's still endless opportunities. Even if you don't buy my course, watch the videos. Even if you don't buy anything that I sell, you guys, watch the videos. I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to educate you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to uplift you. I'm here to make sure that it starts with you, because this is what it's all about. It's not about the money. The money is just a plus. It's all about being able to be connected to the source to do the will of God. If God has told you that he wanted you to help the homeless people, don't you know it takes money to do that? So you have to start with what you have, and that's your passion. What drives you every day? Start with that. Let that be the business that you first start, because when you start that business, the doors are going to continue to open. Just because you start there doesn't mean that's going to be where you end. You may start a business today, and a year from now, another business opportunity may come up for you to begin in that. It's a journey, it's a process, but you just got to start. If you don't start, you will never enter into any door that God has for you. And I know this may sound like I'm just fussing at you, but I'm not fussing at you. I'm telling you because I am passionate about coming back to help everybody behind me, because I was once there. I was afraid. I didn't have anybody to turn to. I didn't have family who believed in me. But guess what? Now I started this new YouTube channel, and I told my grandmother, I said, I started this new YouTube channel, and I know it's finna be monetized soon. And you know what she said? Well, if you put in the work, I know you can do it. But this is the same grandmother who in 2017 I told us I was finna quit my 9-to-5 job, and she thought I was crazy. But see, God, he opened her eyes to see that all things can be done. So now they know when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, because I know who my Father in heaven is. I don't depend on the world. I've done the inner work, and I'm still doing the inner work. So if you want it, and you know that you are passionate about things, and you know that your life has destiny attached to it, start. Start somewhere. Start with what you have. But until you start, everything will stay stagnant. Your life will stay the same. So if you want change, you have to be that change. You can't expect to receive something and you're sitting around not doing anything. Yes, it's good for you to be on here and to soak up the knowledge, but what are you doing with that knowledge? I want to leave this with you, and I'm going to be done with this today. And I want to tell you, think about this. For every person that God has called to an assignment, there are other people connected to your assignment. So the longer you wait, the longer someone else is waiting as well. Someone else's destiny depends on you starting. Someone else's life is basically in your hands at this moment. Someone else is depending on you. Even your family members. All it takes is that one person to do something, and for everybody else to be around you, for everybody else around you to begin to believe, for them to have faith in themselves, because everybody isn't strong. But God said many will be called and few will be chosen. And because you are attached to my assignment and you're watching this video, that lets me know that you have been chosen for the job. So I need you to do the inner work. I need you to do it afraid. I need you to do it even when you don't know, you don't understand, when you don't even have the plan. I need you to just do it anyway, okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you are ready to start your digital product business, as you guys know, or if this is your first time watching my videos, I do have different ebooks that I do currently sell that are for PLR. That means that you have access to those to learn, as well as taking those digital products and reselling them for yourself. I have different ones from planners, 200 planners for $25, from a bundle of manifestation, just learning about digital products for $10. Like, you guys, I have so much that you can choose, and you can resell it to start from there, or you can choose to just learn. So I want you to check out my website if you are ready to go ahead and start your journey, but do not stay stagnant. This video did not find you by coincidence. You were attached to my assignment. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys back on my next video. Even if you do not go and purchase anything from my website, make sure you stick around and you watch other videos that can help you to get started. So I hope this was helpful again, you guys, and I will see you back here on my next video. Bye.